I'm at work. Good job to have. Yeah, I like this job. I used to work at Subway. Y'all know Subway? Eat Fresh? Had to go through a job interview to work there. Had to go through a job interview to make sandwiches. Think about that for a minute. You know you've made a wrong turn or two when you're sitting there like, I've always been fascinated by the sandwich making process. I look forward to being a valued member of your team. Guy actually interviewed me. He's like, what makes you think you're qualified to work here? I'm like, I like cheese. Cheese is nice. I wasn't expecting questions. The only question I was expecting was like, do you have both hands? That's it. That's the only thing that can possibly slow you down. You know? He's serious. He's like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? I'm like, I'll be at Quiznos, moving on. My path to sandwich domination. Yeah. He asked me if I was ready to be a sandwich artist. That's what they call you when you work at Subway. Sandwich artist. It's like calling a stripper a pole technician, right? There's no room for art. You ask for turkey and cheese, you better get turkey and cheese, right? Guy behind the counter can't give you bacon and mayonnaise and be like, this is my interpretation of turkey and cheese. Because I'm an artist. It's not gonna happen. Wanted to know how I was gonna make my sandwiches different as an expression of my artistic integrity. How are you gonna make your sandwiches different from everyone else's? I was like, I'm putting the mayonnaise on the outside of the bread. That's what I'm gonna do. Everybody's gonna know who made that. And he liked the idea. So we're gonna make you the next employee of the month. And I'm like, no, thank you. Because what do when they make you employee? They put your picture on the wall. People laugh at you. Like I said, I like this job. This is a fun job to have. Deal with a lot of tourists because I dress nice. It's unusual. They're always asking me to take their picture. Then they don't like the picture I took. So they're asking me to take it again. Like I'm holding back talent. I have to explain to these people, hey, if you want the pictures to come out good, get your ugly friend to take the picture. We all have an ugly friend, okay? And when the camera comes out, that's who gets the camera. Right? Because you know they're 2 gig worth of ugly. And you only have 1 gig of memory in your camera. Loosen up, people, it's fine. There's no ugly people in the room, I checked. I don't talk about ugly people when they're around because then they want to talk to you after the show. Challenge your opinion. Like, do you really think I'm ugly? I'm like, that baby is crying for a reason. Not a nice person, I'll admit it. Got into a fight recently with a guy in a wheelchair. Don't judge me. He started. Minding my business, leaning against the wall, he ran over both my feet and then looked at me like it was my fault. He's like, yo, why don't you watch where you're going? Like, I wasn't going anywhere, I was just standing here. Never say standing to an angry guy in a wheelchair. I don't like that word. Because he punched me in the stomach. And that hurt, mainly because his arms was big from all the rolling, you know what I mean? I'm on the floor, I'm trying to get my wind back. He started kicking me. Not kicking me like his legs work. I mean, he picked up his footrest and started running into me with his feet. You know how stupid you feel when you're getting kicked by a guy whose legs don't work? I wanted to do something, but I didn't want to get arrested. You know what I mean? Like, what am I going to tell the police? Am I going to look at the police and say, hey, I didn't hurt him, I was just beating on his legs. He didn't feel anything. I had to outsmart him. He's coming at me. I reach out, I flip him up out of the wheelchair. If you think about it, he should have had a seatbelt on. Now he's on the floor. I jump in the wheelchair, I start kicking him. That's when the cops show up. That's when the cop grabbed me, and I was like, it's a miracle, I can walk again. I took off. I wish I could say I got away with it, but I ended up in front of a judge. I don't do good in front of judges. I'm in bankruptcy court a couple years ago. Judge is like, you have to return everything you purchased with these credit cards. I'm like, I don't think I can return lap dances, Your Honor. I'll try, that's what I said. But you just can't walk into the club like, I'm looking for sparkles. You know. Dated an ugly girl for a while, mainly because they're solo maintenance. It was nice. Had to break up though, because she wanted to have kids. I had to explain to her the math. I'm like, I'm not that cute. You ugly as hell. Why do our children have to suffer? I don't want to be looking at my child like, I know they throw rocks at you, blame your mother. Get it from her side of the family. I don't know about having kids, you know, that's a lot of responsibility. You got to know where they are all the time. I lose my keys twice a week. I'll lose my kids. Or worse, I'll come home with a kid that looks like my kid. Probably have some explaining to do, right? As soon as I come in, if I was married, my wife would start yelling. I have to defend my new son. I'm like, look, if your son was smarter, he'd be here right now. We are keeping this one. He follows directions. As far as I'm concerned, we just upgraded. Gotta find the right woman, though. I guess I'm gonna settle down, get married, and have kids, you know. I think, you know, you gotta find the right kind of crazy. I never find the right kind of crazy, you know what I mean? I never find that girl that likes girls on the weekends, you know. I never find that girl that's allergic to underwear. I find the girl that watches you sleep. Has anybody ever been through this? You wake up in the middle of the night feeling breathing on your face, talking, you better never leave. Yeah, it's scary. I don't know. Dated this one girl, she wanted us to watch adult films together. I didn't understand. Yeah. And then she wanted us to copy what we watched in the film. And I was like, hold on. That guy goes to the gym. I have asthma. Thank you guys very much. Make some noise for my man, Jack Homer.